Good morning, folks, and welcome back to 3Zen. Nice to see everybody today. This morning, I'm going to give you a little insight into the meaning and the history behind 3Zen. It all began with the return of our POWs from the North Vietnamese prison camps in 1973. Our squadron, the 560th Flying Training Squadron, had the privilege and the honor of requalifying those who came back, those who wanted to fly and those who were qualified to fly. At any rate, when they came to the squadron, their first flight was a freedom flight, and they were given their own unique call sign, Freedom 01, 02, 03, and so forth, used only once for that specific individual. Then upon return from their first flight, when they taxied in, we had one hell of a reception for these guys. Each time one of them came back. Plus, we had a bottle of champagne for them. Their first flight coming back was known as their champagne flight. When these guys were flying combat, when they had 100 missions, they'd come back to their respective bases and they were given a bottle of champagne, met with fire trucks and all kinds of things. But the individuals who were shot down never had the opportunity to receive that bottle of champagne, so we decided to make things right for them. At any rate, after the festivities on the flight line, we'd gravitate into the squadron social room, which later became known as 3Zen, and the festivities would continue well into the night. One of the pilots in the squadron designed a patch that was worn by the participant of, actually the operation was called Operation Homecoming, but the patch was known as the 3Zen patch. And it's this patch here represented, or it can be found in this annual of the POWs. So it'd probably be best I just read what they have written here for you. The background color captures the blue of the sky. The stars and stripes are tethered to the contrails of number 2, showing how freedom and our great nation are held together through the strength of air power. The words 3Zen represent the missing man formation, as it is symbolically and literally reunited with number 3. At the top reads the now famous words, "God bless America," as spoken by Commander Jeremiah Denton, the first POW to step down off the Hanoi taxi on 12 February 1973. So that gives you a little bit of insight into 3Zen. The individuals are once again back in our formation. So when I was trying to come up with a name for this channel, I thought of the many hours I spent in the 560th room, 3Zen, and it just came to me naturally. We would gather there after flying and just kind of casually sit down and begin sharing stories of the day and stories of the past and so forth. And the beer would begin flowing and the stories would get funnier and longer and more involved and so forth. It was just a good time to be had by all. So that's where that came from. And then it dawned on me that as we're sharing these stories here, it's a way of welcoming everybody back, and those of you who have not heard our stories, to come into the fold to hear some of the things that we experienced, some of the things we saw, and things that just are very meaningful to us. So it is with that spirit that I welcome you to 3Zen, and we look forward to seeing you more and more.